Hi there. So today I want to show you and talk to you about how I distill my odorless mineral spirits and how I also clean my brushes inside my Silicoil container and with odorless mineral spirits while I'm painting between, changing colors, doing all that stuff. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, first off, when I'm dealing with anything that has to do with oil paint, odorless mineral spirits, I like to use nitrile gloves. This is my Silicoil con- um, brush cleaner that I've been using for the past several years, and it is time to get a new one. But after I work on a painting and I've used it, I want to distill the odorless mineral spirits that are inside of this. And so I do that I have 4 jars that I distill odorless mineral spirits in because it takes about 3 to 4 days for the odorless mineral spirits that have, see that's dirty. It's got pigment all suspended in it. But if you distill your odorless mineral spirits, it will get clear again. So that is clean, distilled. All the pigments have settled to the bottom. Let's see if I can show you one this one is also clean. Let's see if I've got one that is not as full. And then I always keep one jar that is empty. So that way I can, okay, let's see. They're all clean, but sometimes when I open them up, one of them will be only half distilled. But so this is my empty one. So I'm going to take the old odorless mineral spirits that I have. And I like to have the coils perpendicular to how I'm pouring. It makes for a cleaner pour. And see, now it's all dirty. And that will sit there for a few days. Between each pouring in new, I take a cloth and I quickly wipe out the inside, just a little bit. And I'll wipe it down just a little bit. And you'll see, look how much, and just helps keep the Silicoil container clean. However, this Silicoil, as you can see, has been used quite a bit. And let me show you what a new one looks like when you get it. Because I just ordered this one and got it. As you can see, the jar starts off clear. And what's the biggest thing is the coil on the inside, the metal coil on the inside, it has little tiny spaces between. Where this one has gotten to where the pigment has gotten so set into that some of it is actually solid. And so it's time to get a new one. And so that's what I'm going to do today. And because it's all clean and everything, I figured I could also use it as a demonstration to show you how high I fill up my Silicoil. Depending on what I'm painting, I always plan on filling up my odorless minerals. Okay, and when you're not using it, put the lid on it, on your odorless mineral spirits. I like to have the odorless mineral spirits to be about the depth of the ferrule, not deeper than the ferrule, like about the depth or even just a little bit shy of the longest brush I'm using. So like, for example, if I'm using really big, long brushes, let me show you. Like a number 7, I will fill the odorless mineral spirits to about that point. So it'll be that deep above the top of the wires. And what that does is that allows for making sure that I can clean properly. And then I'll demonstrate real quickly. When you are cleaning your brushes, you don't want to just go down there and smash into your coils. What will happen is it will really like screw up your brushes. You'll permanently damage and make some really wacky brushes. So instead, what I like to do is I like to go in at an angle and see how it's kind of, and then I draw the brush across, go back, draw again. And that's how I win with odorless mineral spirits. That's how I clean my brush. And it just makes for everything. So let me show you. This is distilled odorless mineral spirits. And as you can see, doesn't go down as deep. And so that means I need to top off with some more. And there we go. So now because I am working on a painting that is bigger. And so then I will see it's about, 3/4. And then that's how I would clean it. And then because there's drips, I always take it along the side, my brush along the side, and I try to get all the extra drips off. And then I also often have a paper towel nearby that I can sop up just a little bit more. Okay, this is ready to go. And now this Silicoil paint brush cleaner is now ready to be used and worked with and to clean my brushes between changing paint colors if I want to use the same size brush. Okay, so I want to show you. So this is what the Silicoil looks like at the end of the day of painting with all the pigment and everything. So now it's time to distill the odorless mineral spirits. So I shake. I want to make sure that look at that. During the day, it's pigment starts to get settled even in the bottom of your Silicoil. So you want to shake it really, really well. So that way all the pigment is suspended. And then you want to dump it. You want to let it drip. Okay. I really like salsa lids. And one of the reasons why is because they're so wide open. The lids are wide open, so they take it really well. So I wipe off the inside. If there's any, I'll wipe again, just to get rid of any extra pigment in there. It just makes it for a cleaner container. Let's see. Okay, so see, this was the odorless mineral spirit that I poured in this morning, and you see how it's still suspended. So I can't use that because it's not clear. Let's see, I've got some clear in. Nope, that one is also kind of ready. Let's see. I've got some clear in here. And then when, for example, I don't have enough to fill up, that's when I use my Gamsol, the fresh from the jar, and I will top off with. There we go. And again, the odorless mineral spirits is about a 1/2 inch above the coils, and that will allow for me to clean even a long brush like that. Okay, now it's ready for tomorrow's painting.